Hey, folks, this is Jay from Jaytalk. And of course, we have our wonderful co host, Nick from the Nick Job.
What up, people? What? I can't even do it right.
Oh,
I
come
tried
on.
it.
Yeah. I went all announcer on you. Nick from the Nick Job.
Gentlemen. We did our last one.
I know.
Now we're going to start acting like DJs.
Oh, okay. I got no problem with that.
Old school 80s, 70s DJs.
Yeah, we talked about that. WRK, WPRK, whatever.
See you on the flip side.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. By the way, I did practice what you told me to try on our last episode on the off the cuff.
What's that? The talking from the diaphragm, or
Oh no, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow. I actually did it 3 times if I went slow. I started to speed it up, and I could do it 2 times. If I got really fast, it was like, oh yeah, I'm messing it up. It was funny as hell.
Because it took me weeks to get through that, and then I could do it really good. You know.
Yeah.
And then it's like riding a bike. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. I can do it.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, folks, I don't know if you can see it here. I'm going to bring it in a little bit. You know, my nice little silly looking light there. You know,
we have graduated.
We have graduated. It is the TikTok mount light, whatever, for making videos. So what we're talking about today, we're actually going to talk about 2 things. We're going to be talking about TikTok a little bit, but we're also going to be talking about our podcast.
Yes.
And so, you know, we're really excited about this thing. It's really kind of crazy. So I actually finally I got this light. Part of the reason I did this is to start promoting our podcast on TikTok.
Right.
Because, you know, here's the whole thing. You know, Junior will tell me, you know, people our age, we don't listen to audio. It's all video. They want to see the people's faces. They want to see, you know, so YouTube is huge for my son's generation, you know, or TikTok is huge for their generation because they can see people. And so they don't associate as much with an audio podcast. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So we're probably going to do some segments of our podcast, me and Nick, and put them out there for TikTok. And, you know, we're going to have some fun with it. You know, we're looking, you know, we've done pretty good so far. I think we really have. We focused a lot on our content, and I think we've brought really good content. A lot of funny stuff, some good serious stuff.
Yep.
You know, some learning episodes. We've had a blogger on. You know, we've had kind of we had another podcast group on. So, you know, we've kind of did some different things. So, but we're always looking for ways to grow. And part of the reason I bought this is to market us a little more, you know.
Yep.
So, you know, it's, we love the emails, we love the feedback, but, you know, you're always trying to make yourself better. So why not, if you're investing time into a project, make it better as well?
Yeah, and we need to up our game, if you want to say it like that. We need to up our game. It's time to up our game because we've been doing really well. Now we need to take it to the next level.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, and I think that's a fair statement. So I'm going to get let's spin over to TikTok and talk about TikTok a little bit. So talk about maybe some of the videos you've seen and your impression of the TikTok scene, since that's kind of one of the things that I'm going to start pick up and doing.
Right.
Okay. So let's talk about TikTok and some of the videos you see, and do you find it entertaining and the value?
TikTok is severely addicting.
Okay.
And the reason I say that, and what I've figured out over the last however many months I started watching TikTok, I got into it and I just put out probably 10 or 15 videos. And I did it right after I broke up after a couple-year relationship that I really cared for the lady. and I was in a bad spot. I was
Right.
emotionally tore up, emotionally drained. So I started getting on TikTok to have fun. Well, when you sign up for TikTok, it asks you what your they call it a niche, right?
Yeah.
They ask you what are the things that you like. Well, as I'm going through it, I said comedy, of course, and um, I love the old Bronco styles and Corvettes and things like that. So I checked. There's a bunch of them you can check on.
Right.
Well, one of the things that I really kind of focused on was dating, online dating, relationships, and then it had narcissism, and then it had empathic people, niches and things like that. So I focused a lot on that. So once you do that, those are the videos that are going to come to you, whatever you hashtag your interest is,
Right.
right?
Right.
So mine turned out really focused on a lot of counselors or psychologists talking about why narcissists are the way they are, why empathic people are the way they are, why are empathic people overthinkers and things like that. So I really learned a lot watching these little 1 minute videos,
Yes.
and I got a lot of psychologists that are book writers and things like that. Like there's a guy called the Badass Counselor. Man, I love this guy. And I mean, he's to the point, he just hits a nail on the head. And I'd love if he lived here in Houston, I would schedule to go see him. It would probably be once every 6 months, but it'd be worth it. But I learned a lot about myself and a lot about who I am. And I mean, I'm already, I'm pushing 60 and I'm just now learning these things, you
Right.
know. So that's where I did. And then I had some comedy thrown in there and of course some pretty girls thrown in there, doing dancing or whatever. So it literally, because it's only a 15-second or 30-second or a minute video, and some of them are 3 minutes now because they up the game in TikTok, it's just nonstop entertainment. If you don't like it, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up until you get something that you like, or
Right.
just watch the people that you're following, watch what they're posting in TikTok.
Right.
So, when I'm in a down mood and I need to see some comedy, I followed a guy called Comedic Cody. Oh my God, that guy's hilarious.
Okay.
He's so funny. He's good looking too. So,
Oh, whatever. Okay. You're
no,
funny.
not gay, but this boy's good looking. So
Yeah,
that's just
like Thor from the restaurant.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
messing with you.
actually saying if I see a good looking man, like damn, that guy's good looking.
I
Doesn't mean I want to get with him.
I know.
So, but yeah, that was my focus into getting into TikTok, and then I quit doing my videos.
Okay.
My videos weren't necessarily the niche that I was looking for. I did silly things. I danced in front of them, and I did, some lip syncing, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I did a couple of duets with some ladies. One lady this is a really sad one. I guess her boyfriend or somebody, she got beat up bad. And she got on there and she played a song about, I couldn't remember the song. It was a country western song, and it was a male and a female singing.
Yeah.
Nobody had duetted her, and I knew the song and knew the words, so I duetted her. And it was really awesome. And she's so excited that I did that. She got millions of hits, because of what happened. And most of the guys that would go in there and tell her, "Where do you live? What's the guy's name? We'll take care of this for you." That kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this is people off. You don't do that.
No, you don't.
You just don't do that. I mean, as crappy as I've been treated my whole life, I never ever wanted to hit a woman.
Yeah. I know.
Even ask my ex-wife; she'll tell you.
Yeah.
I never, that's just you don't do that. I don't want nobody to hit me. Besides, if I was to get in a fight with a woman, I'd probably get my ass whooped.
No comment. Yeah, I was
I'm
kidding. I'm teasing.
Yeah, I'm just not a fighter. But yeah, that's how I got into TikTok, and I mean, it was crazy. Instead of binge watching TV, I'd binge watch TikTok all day on a Saturday.
Nice.
Get up, do laundry and stuff like that, but right back to TikTok.
Right. But the nice thing is you can literally sit down, watch a couple of TikToks, get back up, move the laundry over, sit down, go in, wipe down a counter in the kitchen, sit down, watch a couple of
1,000 TikToks.
yeah,
Go get you a drink.
yeah,
Go pee. Watch 1,000 TikToks.
yeah. Well, not 1,000 TikToks, but yeah, you can
I'll
watch them
bet.
pretty quick.
I'll bet you I have.
I know.
In one sitting, I've probably swiped through 1,000 of them.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Not kidding. It's
Okay.
that addicting. And
Okay.
I'm a normie. I don't have, because I went through my kids and drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And yes, I drink, but I'm a normie. I don't drink in excess every single night.
Right. Right.
I'm not drinking. You won't find bottles of vodka in the back seat of my work truck.
Right.
That's what I call an alcoholic. But yes, I'm an alcoholic, but I have, 1 or 2 drinks a night and maybe 3 on the weekends,
Yeah, but that's no different than a girl who drinks a glass of wine every night.
right? If I was into wine, I did that for a while. Drink a glass of wine a night, maybe 2. And on Fridays, if I was dating a crazy woman, it'd be 4 or 5.
Yeah, I know, right? Sorry. You had to find a way to tolerate crazy.
Maybe I should be pushing a bottle of wine a night because, I sure know how to pick them.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. So I will say, okay, folks, I didn't do TikTok for the longest time. It wasn't until Nick was trying to get me to check out TikTok, and I did. And I do find it entertaining. There are some videos out there that I'm just like,
they're so fun.
Well, yeah, but some of them are so stupid.
Yeah, that's the funny part, though.
Yeah, there's some of them that I'm like, okay, not interested. I get plenty of the not interesteds, but there are some really funny ones. There's some cool ones, I will say. I was actually pulling up my phone to share. So of course, I'm following my sister. My sister's gotten to where she posts one a day. I'm like, holy cow, really? You one a day? Yep.
Hey.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Of course.
Plus, the cool thing about it is you'll see TikTok videos on Facebook. You'll see them on YouTube.
Yeah,
you'll
see
Instagram. You'll see them on Snapchat. They're everywhere.
No, yeah, they are. So I was just going to share a couple of them. It's pretty funny. So, of course, I follow Abigail on TikTok. I don't know if she's put out a lot, but I do follow Abigail.
She's been doing it quite a bit lately.
Has she? Well,
she said she did.
I haven't seen many, but okay.
Then she got mad at us because we hadn't talked to her.
Oh, whatever. So the other one I've been following is this girl, Emily W. King.
Oh, yes. Love Emily.
Really?
She's all about the man. She's got over 1 million followers, and she's all about women need to take better care of men.
Oh, yeah.
Everything she talks about is for men.
Right. And it's an interesting one. I will tell you that. Of course, Lindsey Sterling, the original, the real one. I love Lindsey Sterling's music. Sorry, I'm a big, huge fan. So, of course, I follow Nick. And then, what is it? Anne the Gnome. Anne the Gnome. For those of you who don't know, she is a D&D dungeon master. And she actually has a little bit where she posts these D&D dad jokes. And I haven't told any of them, but they're funny as hell. But no, they're all D&D based. So Dungeons and Dragons based, but they're dad jokes, so they're quite corny, but they are pretty funny, and they are all D&D based. The other one is, let's see, I don't think I have her, but there's this one girl who does the musical puns, and those are pretty funny. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just interesting. I'm late to the game. I really am. Just kind of, Jay tells me all the time, oh yeah, I saw that on YouTube, or oh yeah, I saw that on somewhere else. And I'm like, yeah, I'm completely late to the game. I've been unplugged.
Well, see, what TikTok actually started as? The whole reason TikTok got started?
Dancing.
No, that's not what I heard.
Oh, what did
Not
you
what I
hear?
read. Lip syncing.
Oh, I thought it was dancing.
Lip syncing.
Okay.
The lip syncing to songs. It might have been dancing. Then we're gonna have to double check that.
Because
So
I remember my daughter wanted TikTok because she wanted to record her and her friends dancing and put it on TikTok.
no, there's dancing on there.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
there's plenty of dancing on there. So,
I don't
yeah.
want to be.
But I just found it interesting. So, it's been, kind of an interesting learning experience for me. I still enjoy my regular, I guess, TV, if you call it regular TV. But the little short videos are kind of interesting to, if you just have like a few minutes, you're on a break, you're on a whatever, like if you're at work and you're taking a 5-minute break because you need a, you feel like your brain's going to explode. It's kind of a nice, quick, whatever release.
Right.
And that's what I would say. But yeah, so we're going to start releasing some TikTok videos. Try to look for us on TikTok. Of course, you can find me. I think my username is Jaytalk3.
I don't even know what my username is. I think it's just Nick.
You are Nico.
120.
Yeah, 0120.
Yeah, Nick O 0120. So it's first name, last letter of my last name, and my birth date, January 20th.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, what's that?
I never put my birthday on anything.
I don't care.
I
I didn't know
know.
what at the time, so
I know. But so I will say it's been a lot of fun learning new things. And it's been a lot of fun trying to research how to promote our podcast. And so that's one of the things you're going to see me and Nick do is we're going to probably go on and maybe tell some of these either the dad jokes, which some of them actually came from TikTok, but some of the jokes that you may not have heard. So we're probably going to do some would you rathers. We're going to take some questions from our would you rather episodes and let people do a duet and type in their answer. So folks, look for those things. You can have a lot of fun with it.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love TikTok.
This or that's are fun too. So we could have a lot of fun with it. We're going to take some of our content and try to bring it to TikTok and see if we can't get some followers there.
Do a little quick segment and throw out the jtalk.com, come see us.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it should be an interesting kind of ordeal. Anything else you want on TikTok? Or are we going to move on to another subject?
That was it. I just think TikTok's, a lot of people get freaked out and say, oh, the Chinese are hacking into our computers and all that. Like my other podcast that I do or did for a while, and we're going to try to get back into the game. But he's like, I don't want to deal with TikTok. And I'm like, why not? I just saw that there's over 41.9 million people playing on TikTok on a daily basis.
Are you serious?
Yes. The guy that started it is a billionaire now.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and it didn't say why. I didn't get a chance to read the whole Wikipedia thing. I should have read it before we started talking about it, but I am ill prepared.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's TikTok. Look it up.
Everybody, come on. If you have a phone, you're on TikTok, you have Google too.
Yeah, got to do it.
Yeah. So I know that sounds harsh, folks. You got.
But some people, I swear, some people will be like, "No, I know better. If I get on that thing, I won't get anything done."
Really?
Yeah, you got people with addictive personalities.
Oh, yeah.
Addicted, they won't sleep.
Yeah.
It'll be a Tuesday night. They'll still be up watching TikToks at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they get 2 hours of sleep and they got to work the next day.
Fair.
It will affect your job. It's just like anything else, man. When you get,
I guess I don't have an addictive personality.
You're a normie.
Whatever.
You're a normie.
Well,
if you go to an AA meeting or,
Yeah.
in a meeting, Narcotics Anonymous or anything like that. I had to go do that with one of my kids, and I would go to the meeting. And I didn't know that I was a normie until she goes around the room and I said, "Hi, I'm Nick O'Donohoe. I'm not an addict." And she said, "Excuse me?" And I said, "I'm not an addict. I'm here with my son." She goes, "Oh, you're a normie." And everybody went, "Hey, normie." And I went, and then she explained, and the lady that was running this show was addicted to heroin for like 15 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like crazy. And now she runs a show and it was really awesome. And she came up and hugged me afterwards. She said, "I'm glad you're here with your son. If there's anything I can do," and she handed me her card with her cell number on it. And that's all it had was her name and her cell number.
Oh, good.
She said, "Call me. I don't care if day or night. I don't care. If you having problems with him," and he's standing right there. Of course, Nicky was well on his way, and now he's in the Navy.
Yeah.
So he's doing really good for himself. So it turned out to be pretty good. But yeah, that's how I learned I was a normie.
Yeah.
You're even more normal than I am.
I don't know about normal. I'm pretty abnormal.
Now, Abby normal?
Yeah, Abby normal.
You don't drink.
Rarely do I drink.
You don't have any vices. You don't smoke cigarettes. You don't smoke cigars. You don't do drugs. You don't take pills. You don't.
I only have two vices.
What's her name? What's his name? Oh, let me throw that out there.
No. Anyway, no. Anyway, but no.
Two vices. You said two vices.
Yes. Females.
What?
Okay, but I'm not like addicted to where I'm inappropriate.
And if you were, you wouldn't be single right now.
I know. I mean, I have integrity. I have standards, and now if I was with someone, yeah, it's really hard for me to resist. So, but I'm with someone. It's different. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I have no desire to cheat on them. I just have every desire to be with them more often.
Yeah.
So I know that sounds really horrible, folks, but
the second one, no, it's true.
It is true. And you know what? There are a lot of women that would love it that way.
Absolutely.
They really would. They would love the extra attention.
I mean, I've actually had a lady that I was dating go, I really need to talk to you. I'm like, okay. And she says, "I do want you up my ass 24/7, 365. Meaning, I want you around me. I want you touching me. I want to cook. I want to clean. I want you living with me." That's what
I know. Mean by yeah.
You're around,
Yeah.
If I leave the room, she would go, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to the bathroom." It did a little obsessive after a while, but she was being funny about it, so it wasn't so bad. But
right.
Yeah, there are people out there that like that.
Yeah. So, and the only other vice I really have, and it's not really a vice anymore. It used to be, but I don't have it anymore, is video games.
Right.
I used to be a pretty hardcore gamer. Not anymore. Not really. Now I play with my kids sometimes. I may play on the weekends. I have this game I was playing with Gabe. He decided to drop off. I still play it sometimes. But yeah, I mean, it's not nowhere like what it was when I was 30.
Right.
So maybe even 40. Yeah, maybe even 40.
Yeah, when we played solid for like 2 years, Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go.
You know how much trouble I was in?
I know. Trust me, I know. But yeah, I mean, that's funny. Women always say, this was a funny thing. I'm going to make a comment here, and this is really hilarious. Women don't want to be with guys that play video games.
Supposedly.
Okay, because they act like kids.
Right.
And so I actually made a comment one time to my ex-wife, and she still didn't like the fact that I played video games, but she stopped nagging as much.
When you started playing or stopped playing?
No, I didn't stop. I made a comment.
Oh.
I made a comment, and it kind of, So I looked at her one time and I'm like, "You're really going to give me a hard time about playing video games?" "Yes." And I'm like, "Why?" And she said, "Well, I'm like, if I come over and watch TV, you'll sit there on the couch and you'll read a book. We're not even doing the same thing." I
Right.
said, "We're not even watching the same show." I said, "So if I put on a video game, you don't like it. But it's okay if I sit there and watch a TV show." I said, "I'm
Right.
still sitting in the same chair. All I'm doing is playing a console versus watching TV." And here's another point, women, and think about this. When you're hassling your guy over whether he's playing video games or not, just remember the alternative could be he's out with his friends getting drunk. But no,
Or
you're,
womanizing, or yeah.
yeah, he's at home with you. Yeah, he's playing a video game, but you know where he's at. You know what he's doing. You're not worried about some other girl hitting on him. You're not worried about him getting drunk. Really?
The only downside to that is because it's so addicting, most guys don't take the time to give their lady quality time.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't have that problem.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So you're not one of those guys that walks in the door and says, "My dinner on the table. Can you get me a drink? I'm going to play my game." And then at 10 o'clock, you're going to bed, and that's it.
Right.
There are guys that do that.
Yeah.
I know couples right now today. He doesn't even have a job. She's out working, paying all the bills, paying for all the food, paying for everything. And what does he do? Online gaming all day, all night, never leaves the house.
See,
I know about 2 or 3 couples like that.
my routine was I'd get off work, come home, help with dinner. We eat dinner, get the kids all figured out, and about 8 o'clock, I'd log in and play.
Yeah, that's what we did. You
Right.
and I did that for almost 2 years.
Right. It's,
Star Wars, yeah.
but here's the whole thing. Kids are going to bed at 9, maybe 9:30 tops, you know? So, from essentially 5 to 8, I'm helping around the house or doing whatever, helping the kids with homework or, getting them fed, getting them, hey, do you need a bath? I'm doing all those things. And then at 8 o'clock, I, walk over and sit down and I relax. That was my unwind, unplug moment.
Right.
Everybody needs that release, I guess is what you would call it.
Yes.
Some people go and they hang out with their buddies and they get drunk. And I sat and wanted to hang out at home. And, here's the whole thing. My wife could come over and ask me a question and I'd answer her. My kids would come over and ask me a question. I could answer them. I wasn't gone at a bar anywhere.
Right.
So here's the whole thing, folks. No offense, but you know what? Take offense. I don't care at this point. Be thankful there's a guy at home sometimes. Even if he's playing a few video games, be thankful there's a guy there who cares about you enough to be around.
And there are women that are doing that to their guys as well.
Yes.
Maybe just not as prominent, but it's getting that way.
No, it is. It is.
Really.
So, yeah, it's take offense. I don't care.
There you go.
There you go. I know.
Right there on Jaytalk. Bam.
I know. But I mean, it's the truth, though. It really is. So I did make that comment to my ex-wife, and it resonated a little. I mean, she still wasn't happy about it, but it's still, if you think about it, if a guy's sitting there and he's watching TV or reading a book and you're sitting there reading a book, you're technically doing two different things.
Right.
Yeah, a video game can be distracting. If he's playing Call of Duty, if he has headphones on, what do you know? You don't hear it, and he can take the headphone off one ear, and if you ask him a question, he can always respond. Do you know?
She's not getting your attention. She knows what to do to get your attention.
Exactly.
Because there's always one thing that will up any video game, any television, anything.
Exactly. And here's the whole thing. She can't get my attention if I'm off at the bar drinking a beer.
That's right.
If she needs me to stop and help her out with something, what? She gonna call me at the bar? Hey, honey, I need your help.
And come home real quick. Yeah.
Yeah. No. If I'm on the video game, hey, honey, can you pause it? Or hey, honey, after this match, will you help me out? How long you need me? About 30 minutes. Okay. You log off the game, go help her out, come back over, log back into the game.
Right.
Dude, how freaking easy is that?
It is. It's hard for some people
To understand that or to walk away.
to take a 30-minute break in the middle of their playing.
Yeah. I understand. For me, when I was younger, it was a little harder because that was my unplug,
Right.
and with 4 kids in the house, we needed the unplug.
Well, we do. And I like quiet. Every once in a while, I want peace and quiet.
Right.
And I was dating somebody and we were talking about us moving in together. Well, she had this huge house and I live in an apartment.
Yeah.
She was wanting me to move in. And I said, well, this bedroom, we need to convert that into a man cave. She said, oh no. And I said, why? She said, why do you need that a man cave? I'm like, because, every once in a while I want to go in there and just watch whatever TV show I want to watch, because she didn't like a lot of the things that I watched.
Right.
Right. So go in there and watch TV or play on the computer, or,
do your podcast or whatever.
Do a podcast or even surf some porn. I mean, let's not, get too stupid with it, but yeah, anything.
Right.
And she says, oh no, you can't have your own room. And I'm like, wait a minute, you got the entire house. She goes, no, I don't. It's shared with all of us. Our bedroom is shared because you use half of it. You sleep on half the bed. You use about, that kind of thing. And I had to stop and not ask for. I couldn't understand. It didn't make sense to me, but it does. She does absolutely make sense.
Okay.
And I looked at her and I said, well, then we need to sell your house and buy a 5-bedroom so you can have your room, I can have my room, the kids can have their room, and then we can have our room.
Yeah.
She looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, no, you make a lot of money. Go ahead. She said, why do I have to buy it? I'm like, because you're the stable one. I'm a
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Oh my God.
I lost that fight because,
yeah,
I would have had to buy the house.
Yeah. But it's funny you say that. I agree with you. Every once in a while, I need quiet. I actually play video games with no volume.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
it's that is my thing. It's funny as hell. People used to give me a hard time about it because I'll sit there and play Call of Duty, which, most of the time you want to hear the footsteps coming up behind you. But I played Call of Duty all the time with no volume at all.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why guys build man caves in the garage.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yeah. You need the quiet.
And I saw, what? I'm back to TikTok. I saw a TikTok where a lady was pointing the camera to her husband and she goes, it was 2 girls talking over a glass of wine. She goes, my husband's so funny. When we decided to get married, he said he wanted his man cave. And I told him, you can absolutely have your man cave. She said, I was smart enough to have him put all his stupid ass shit in one room. All of his furniture that she didn't want.
Yeah.
Put it in your man cave.
Exactly.
I thought that was the coolest way to look at it.
Yes.
She's like, no, you're not moving that in. No, you're not. No, there you go. That's your room. Put whatever you want in it.
Yeah.
And he got excited and she's like, none of that crap's going to be in the house.
Yeah.
It's going to be that one room. That was funny.
So, yeah, I don't think, the girl I get with next, yeah, that's a hard thing. When girls walk into my house, my whole house is a man cave.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's all men.
I know, exactly. It really is. So,
you have a dog, it's a man.
Yeah, I do have a dog. It's a
you
guy.
have a cat.
It's a girl.
Oh, see, she's the one with the attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
She walks around here. I can't believe I'm living in this damn cave.
I know, exactly. But it's funny we talk about that. But yeah, there are some things. If I had my own office, yeah, there'd be some of these things that wouldn't be in the rest of the room.
Right.
But there are some things that I would absolutely have in the living room. And, not all women are going to be like, really? Really? And I'm like, okay, you know what? This is going into the living room. So you either find a way to make it work, or I'm gonna make it work.
Well, see, you have the most awesome man cave that I dream of. Huge U-shaped desk. Right above you, how many monitors do you have for your computer?
I have 2 right now.
2 big ones.
2 decently sized ones. Yeah, they're
And then
27s.
you have a 60-inch TV on the side wall.
Yep.
And here's the kicker, folks. A full-size refrigerator right behind him. You can see it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Now,
the drink fridge, by the way.
Yeah, his is a drink. And when he says a drink fridge, it's got Cokes and Pepsis and Diet Cokes and
We actually ran out all that. So,
but what do you put in it? What do you put in it?
well, I mean, you're right. So right now we have green teas. We have 2 different types of water, Ozarka and Aquafina. Of course, we have the Bud Lights from you. Yeah.
So I corrupted the refrigerator with some Bud Lights.
Yeah, but when he comes over, that's his Bud Lights.
Yep.
So we have, some different drinks, alcoholic drinks, wine coolers.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even see any of that when I was in there because I was fixing to go off and say mine wouldn't have water or green tea or sodas or anything. It would have Bud Light and Michelob Ultra and Twisted Tea and the seltzer. It would have all the alcoholic.
The bottle of mead's in there.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. See, so we have Gatorade in there.
Yeah, there you go.
And Sprite in there. See, and the Sprite and the Gatorade is just in case if a kid gets sick or somebody gets sick. We've got it. It's already cold. It's already ready to go.
Yeah.
So we don't even touch those. So now before in Christmas time before I lost, I stopped working for the month, and I had, and Nick, this is what he's talking about. I literally had 4 or 5 different sodas, an entire 12 packs in this thing. I mean, seriously, folks. Yeah, you could open it up and it was like Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper with cream soda, RC, Coke. It's just, But
that's a man cave right there, brother. The only thing you're missing is a bar.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to have liquor on it, just a bar.
I know. Yeah, just a bar.
Got to have a bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. But yeah, no, it is a great little spot. And yes, it used to be the exercise room, and now it's the studio is what we call it. It's the podcast studio, the gaming studio, the work studio, because this is where I work from home too.
So see, I drug this out. So let's turn the corner to the second thing we were going to talk about.
Okay. Oh, he's coughing it up, folks. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I put my mute on.
I know, I'm teasing you, dude.
Clear my throat.
Yeah, my mute button doesn't work.
Every guy should have a mute button for himself or
whatever.
Another.
He said it. I didn't. So
every woman should have a mute button.
So what was the second topic we were going to talk about?
I don't know. You said there were 2 things we were going to talk about. TikTok was one of them.
Oh no, you wanted to talk about some of the things we're going to be doing to promote our podcast, which led us into the TikTok thing.
Right.
We're also, we talked about it a little bit on the off the cuff, but we're gonna do a Team Andrew / Team Jaytalk for the Out of the Darkness.
Right.
So we're gonna be doing fundraisers there. We're gonna be doing a golf tournament. And then Nick's gonna throw together a golf tournament to raise money for the American Foundation. Right. And of course, Jaytalk's gonna be organizing that. So there are some things that we're going to be doing to kind of put together and promote the show, so we're kind of excited. Here's the challenge though. And I'll be honest with you folks. Here's the challenge. I am not a marketing guy.
Neither am I. That's our hard part is we need to figure out the marketing portion of this. Doing it, it's working great. I mean, we're getting good responses. We're getting good views. We're getting plenty of followers. Just the marketing part of it is just alleviation.
And maybe we're just, and I think, so I made the comment to Nick the other day. I've been focusing, and Abigail, I think, was in this conversation. I've been focusing on our content so much to bring you guys a good show that I haven't been focusing on the marketing.
Right.
And I guess that's the real challenge. When you focus on the content to bring a great show, something is going to suffer.
Yeah.
And so, and for somebody who has to work a 40-hour-week job, kids got to take care of. I'm trying to do this podcast, and we're doing 2 episodes a week now. It can be challenging, because you have all the things, and then you want that quiet time, because it's like, there's a lot of stuff on your shoulder, and sometimes you just got to take a step back and decompress.
Now you just started a new job.
Yes.
Got all that to try to get your structure and organization around the house and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. I mean, now I had 3 monitors for this job. Now I feel like I got to put in a 4th monitor.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because they want us to account for all our time, 8 hours a day.
Right.
Even if you go to the bathroom.
You get 2 breaks and a lunch break, right? 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Really?
No, you get breaks, but you have to account for that. And lunch, dude, there ain't no way in hell I'm doing 30 minutes. I always do an hour lunch.
How do you do that?
How do I do what?
A 30-minute lunch. Now, back 20, 25 years ago, when you and I were working in Mount Bellevue, we could go to the restaurants and literally they would serve you. I'll give you a perfect example of how fast this restaurant would serve you. We would go in and you could smoke in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I smoked back then. We would go in and sit down. We would order our drinks. And instead of the waitress would go get the drinks and come back, they'd order our lunch right there.
Yep.
Would light a cigarette after we placed our order. And before I finished it, the food was on the table.
Right.
I mean, several times I had to put it out. I wasn't finished with it because the food came so fast.
Right. Well, but I mean, that was the other key is we were ready to order when we walked in. There was no, hey, I need to look at the menu.
They all knew that all the plant operators and all the maintenance people that work in the plants out in Mount Bellevue only got a 30-minute lunch. So they stepped up their game. Now, this restaurant was a little bitty, hole in the wall, packed to the hill, little bitty place. And now he's got 6 huge restaurants all over Houston. The guy's got a huge, beautiful home right on Eagle Point Golf Course.
Isn't it hole 9? Or hole 7?
7.
7.
It's a par 4.
Right.
Go over water. When you hit the green, his house, if you're standing on the green, his house is directly east.
Yeah, and this funny thing is the original is still the best. The one that's up by me,
Yeah, no, I had some difficulty in that one too with the kids. Because they didn't want Tex-Mex. They wanted hamburgers and pizzas.
Yeah,
and they were literally frozen pizzas, and the hamburgers were dry, and the buns were, it was terrible.
Yeah, but the one up here is really bad.
Yeah. This one, Hollisville. Yeah, that one.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the one in Tascasita.
Something happened to that one. Which one of them they had problems with? Well, anyway, I don't want to get all wrapped up into that restaurant.
Yeah. I know. So, but yeah, no, that's interesting. But yeah, it's anyway.
30 lunches are just hard to do nowadays.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, my job. I mean, I get an hour lunch, but it's just an interesting one that they want us to account for. 8 hours a day.
Yeah, your software, you got to put physical time in.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's rough. You're wanting to just blow this thing to proportion. I know you do. Hold off.
I'll be good.
So it rained today. It rained hard, like sideways rain for about 30 minutes.
I'm sorry, folks. Nick's trying to help
I'm
me out. I'm not gonna
yeah.
say anything negative. I'm half teasing. It's just, if you want to know my true feelings, go listen to our episode from in the past. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. We'll leave it at that.
Thank God.
So, but I mean, it's funny we talk about all these things, but yeah, the marketing side. That's part of the reason why I'm trying TikTok. Is trying to help market us a little bit. It's a little segments. It should be a lot of fun. I would love to hear. Of course, I hear feedback from Jay Jr. and some of his friends and other people who have listened to the show. Abby's, of course, given us feedback. She's been
She's
really
good
good.
She's good at that.
And she says she's not.
Yeah, but it's funny, but she is.
Yeah.
I think she's got a better handle on it than you and I.
Well, I won't disagree with you there. So,
One thing that I want to tell these people, I don't even think we've ever said it in any podcast that we've had, but Jay Jr., his son, is going to college right now to do these podcasts. He's going to audio visual.
Oh no, audio engineering.
Audio engineering, yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to. He can work in a studio, work concerts, work music producing. I mean, that's his whole degree. Yeah, and but they cover a little bit of the marketing. They cover a little bit of the business side, but yeah.
He's in the thick of it all, though.
Yeah,
you know
he really is. He really is. Yeah. And so he's constantly trying to make our show better, even though right now I will call him out. He was supposed to write an intro song for our podcast, and it's been on hold. So, yeah.
He's working. He's got stress going, too.
I know. But I'm paying him for it.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
Step up the game, boy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's the hard part about the marketing. Yeah, if you got money, you can put it on Facebook for however many, and they'll post it and do all that stuff. And there's ways to gear it to if anybody was to Google something, your name would come up in the top 20 if you pay for it and that kind,
right,
that kind of thing. And that's just it. If we had money, we wouldn't be we do podcasting for this is our release. This is our video game. This is our TV time.
Yes.
And emotionally, for me, it's a lot better to just talk about this stuff because I get it off my chest. Otherwise, I'd have to go to therapy, and I'd do that too. I don't think therapy anymore should be looked down upon.
No.
I really don't, because it's a huge deal. Usually, even on TikTok, guys will come up and goes, "What does it mean to be a man?" I don't know if you've ever heard that one.
No.
But the guy goes, who do you talk to when you're down? Nobody. Men don't show their emotions or their feelings.
I think I have seen a couple of those, similar those.
Then they go on to say, what does it mean to be a man? You have to take care of everything. Nobody gives a damn about you. You have to provide. If you don't provide, you're not a man, and you got to do this, and that kind of thing.
Right.
And they're a little harsh about it, but a lot of it really makes sense for old school stuff. I really, honest to God, think women are stepping up their game, wanting to be more involved with sharing in the responsibilities financially, and not having to, be caregivers as well.
Yes, exactly.
So,
but I disagree with some of that. When they say being a real man, being a real man means taking care of your woman's needs. Every woman is different.
Right.
So if your woman needs an understanding, sensitive guy, then that's being a man.
Right. Well, yeah. But what they're talking about is the man is supposed to provide.
Yeah, I know. And
it's not only emotional support, but financial support and everything else. The man's supposed to do all that. And they talk about that kind of in a negative connotation. And then the girl, what's her name? King?
Yeah, Emily.
She's like, your man's doing all this. You need to step up your game.
Yeah.
Not just in the bedroom. I mean, that's the one thing that's probably been prominent is the man does it all. The woman stays home, cooks and cleans and does all that. And the one thing the man wants is to be satisfied in the bedroom. Oh no. We're not allowed to talk about our feelings and our emotions and stuff like that back in the day. But now I think it's all changing.
Yeah. No,
I think
100%.
taking the time to want to hear about our emotions and feelings. Because if we talk about our emotions and feelings, then the woman back in the day would look like, oh well, he's just a sissy. He's emotionally, there's something wrong with him. He's not going to provide for me. I'm gonna go start finding a man that treats me like shit, and that kind of thing.
A reason why I think things have changed, and I'll go back to some of the conversations we've had before. Suicide. You didn't talk about suicide back in the day.
Right? You didn't.
Why not? It's
If you knew somebody that committed it, hush hush, didn't talk about it.
right. Yeah. Somebody that took their own life. It was a faux pas, I guess. I don't know.
Embarrassing to the family.
Yes, exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
So it's a mental health issue. It needs to be addressed. And so for people, I think it's really important to recognize a lot of people are struggling. And so you need guys, PTSD, there's so many things with military, police officers, they need to be able to talk. And that's just the key point. If they don't get that release, what happens?
Yep.
And so, that's where I think a lot of that old school doesn't work,
No.
and I know people you can call me, you can say whatever you want about me. You can call me a pussy if you want. I don't care. You are what you eat. But the point is,
You're so funny.
But the point is you really, it's time for people to really embrace. There's a little extreme. I know people are taking, the whole woke society and safe space, and they're a little extreme on it. Okay, trust me, I can take a joke just like almost everyone else can. I don't get easily offended, So there are a lot of things, but by the same token, I think if you came to me and you were having a problem, I'm not gonna just tell you, suck it up, dude. Come on, be a man.
Right. Yeah.
No, I ain't doing that shit. I'm your friend. And as your friend, I'm going to be there to help you out.
Right. And sometimes that just means listening.
Yes.
No solutions, no nothing. Just need to vomit my anger, my anxiety, my emotions. Just, I need to throw it out there. This is one of the reasons we started this podcast.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
And we do it. And we're putting it on the air. It's on the internet.
And you know what? We're being men because we're able to put our feelings out there.
Right.
Because it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there for everyone to listen to.
Yes, it does.
So you can say whatever you want, folks, but to really put yourself out there, it takes a lot of courage.
Yep.
So
you gotta learn to be happy with yourself and not worry about what everybody else thinks about you.
Exactly.
Because I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't like me. You're not. I can't make everybody happy.
No.
And everybody can't like me. Nobody is so likable that everybody likes them. There's always one person that, hey, that guy's weird, that girl, whatever. But I'm not. I'm confident enough in myself that this is who I am. You like me, you don't, whatever.
I'll give you a great example. It was a perfect man who walked the earth, and not everybody likes him either.
Absolutely correct. Didn't think of that. Good Lord.
I'm just saying.
Well, it's true.
It is.
Absolutely true.
You can't please everyone. That is the key point.
Yes, that's right.
So, and that's part of our marketing. Is it's you can't please everyone.
Right.
So when you drive
do a podcast on that.
What, marketing or
No.
pleasing people?
You can't please everyone. That's
okay,
the name
next week. We're going to do it
Okay.
next week. Next week's episode, can't please everyone. There we go.
Write it down on the board because we're getting old. We'll forget.
Oh, there you go. There you go, folks. There you go. Look forward to it. Next week's episode. Can't please everyone.
Right.
So, anyway.
That's a good one.
It is going to be a good one. So we need to wrap this one up. You know, of course, we always love the emails, the comments, the text messages. You know, I actually do have, huh?
I said, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Exactly. So we really appreciate everyone who listens to the show. We really do.
Amen.
So, you know, we do this because we enjoy doing it, but we also do this because we think the stories we share, people will enjoy them and can relate.
It's funny because people will pick something out that they thought, no, nobody thinks that way, or nobody's done that, or that's never happened to anybody else but me. Oh no, it's happened. And when you listen to it, you're like, oh my God. And there are friends of friends of friends of friends of yours that should be listening to these podcasts because they're going through the same thing and they think they're all alone.
And they're not.
And they're not. Definitely not.
Yeah. So, well, I don't have anything else for this episode because the next episode is going to be really interesting.
I'm good, brother.
Okay. Well, I love you, man, as always.
Amen.
Yep. And folks, keep following, keep listening.